Okay. A hand holding a metallic rod breathes in the various particulates and breathes out a cloud of mixing colors before tossing it to the ground. And in that hand, a pair of tinted spectacles materializes, placing it against their face as they begin walking across the street. Various people are talking amongst themselves. You can see that there are people showing off various multicolored hairdos or talking about their latest body modifications. A few muscle heads are lifting up their shirts to show their varying metallic skin plates. This is Cyberpunk Red. A world full of individuals, both with their very diverse and unique lives. Body modifications are sporadic and wild. In a world where anyone can be whatever they want to be for a price, some are more lucky than others and choose this lifestyle, and some simply find a way to get by. And for those that are desperate enough, they turn to desperate and inhumane measures, where businesses control everything and individuals barely own themselves. The only law out here is the kind that corporations care to pay for. Security systems see everything that you do, but only are paid enough to care about the biggest problems. As a figure is suddenly pulled into a dark alley by a silhouetted character, their entire form blackened by their LED skin. A metallic figure climbs down the building, illumining itself beyond human. This creature is fully robotic, and as both victim and assailant step back in shock, the blackened skin of the assailant turning stark white, the assailant stumbles out of the alleyway, running in fear as justice is deserved. There is no warning of stopping of their assault. This machine simply rends the assailant asunder, turning the red spray into mist that wafts up into the smog clouds above. The thick red miasma that haunts these streets is held only at bay by the various buildings that create a buffer, sometimes domes over large sections of open street, pumping fresh air into these safe locations. Most citygoers wear masks or simply stay indoors, moving through buildings and malls or underground pathways. But there is one section of the city where this construction has halted. A small bar on the edge of the city, still constructed with wood and brick and natural glass. This building is beyond the normal scope of these electronic screen buildings made of metal. If you would like to please introduce your character and your business, please.
Welcome to the watering hole. one of the, if not the only, regular building that still exists around here. Aside from every single thing being tech, we have old-fashioned everything. And if you're gonna pay here, it's cash only. I'm not gonna take any of your fancy fucking hand chip bullshit. And behind the bar is just an old dude, real buff for no clear reason. John Candle. You know, completely silvered hair. Just in a bartender's outfit. I don't know what else to describe. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a gramophone within the restaurant, and I feel within the tavern. I feel like that's just something kind of funny to mention. He doesn't have jukebox. He has a gramophone that is passed down for generations.
I also imagine you don't have like wall outlets for like people to come. I'm sure you get a lot of customers that are angry and they're like wanting to come in, and it started with just like their phones and their laptops, but then like people plugging in like, I can't even recharge my eye sensors in here.
So, well, it was your choice to get fucking eye sensors. Oh man.
Before we continue, I think it would be appropriate for me to mention an important change that I'm doing with the currency system. There is the traditional currency, which is Eurobucks or Euro dollars, also referred to as simply eddies. This is physical money. This is untracked, passed from hand to hand, what most of the streets use, and in larger businesses to track or to change currency untraceably. The problem with Eurobucks is that they are physical. They can be stolen and destroyed. There are credits, however, and credits usually come chained to your personal account if you choose to keep that information public, which most people don't. Credits are usually delivered via small sticks or cards, where credits can be... It's almost like having a gift card to like a specific location, if that makes sense. So if you wanted to, purchase something at Stuff Mart, you would probably get like a credit card for Stuff Mart or whatever, and sometimes businesses work back and forth, but generally speaking, these businesses see each other as competitors and do not cross-contaminate for the most part. So credits are typically safer, but not necessarily always useful everywhere. There is this new digital currency called Dosh. And Dosh is something that is new. It has been, it's almost physical, but it's in a weird way like holding data or stocks. It appreciates and changes in value often a little bit too sporadically, but up until recently has just been very new, and suddenly was taken control by a group called the Camerata. The Camerata is a weird group of elites that don't own or run a business, and yet seem to have a handhold on just about everything. Their, motives are so mysterious and unknown that it's truly bizarre what they do, and yet some of it barely seems to impact any of the daily world. So Dosh is this almost this currency that can only really be seen if it's printed using these 3D printers. So you can physically hold it, and it does maintain its value now. Um, but it's this strange thing where it seems like a lot of people are scared about it because it's new currency. I guess it's related to like NFTs or Dogecoin. But unlike NFTs, they do not change based upon who buys them or whatnot. Uh, the Dosh is worth however much it is, but how it relates to the other currencies is what's in question. If that makes sense. Is the bot being weird for anyone else?
Just a smidge.
I'm just gonna turn it off for now. Would you like to continue with your explanation, or we can
Well,
move on
it
to...
won't say mine.
Oh?
I think it's because you included an image, maybe.
Or the
It's
message
cause
is
it's
too long.
BIFG.
Yeah, fair enough.
Big.
But yeah, as for my explanation, I only accept eddies here.
Yeah.
There is no, yeah, like you said, no outlets or anything. You can't really charge in here, and because of that, the more technically inclined people often steer clear of this place. Despite the fact that that this place has been here longer than almost any of the buildings in the city, obviously, it's trying to be bought out. I feel like the amount of money that the buyout is for has become quite a lot, and he keeps ripping up and burning the checks immediately. Just like, no, I
Yeah.
refuse.
You're probably also in a weird situation where, since all of the companies are trying to handle it, everyone's keeping such a close eye that if anyone were to like tamper it or like try to just straight up blow up your place, everyone would see it, and so no one would get away. So you're in a weird situation that no one could technically get away with anything illegal trying to get you out of your business. So it's a perfect stalemate. I also like to imagine that your like ancestors
You
were the
said,
same type of
so he is
people.
the house in Herbie the Love Bug.
Sort of. Also, what is that? Freaking Hitchhiker's Guide to Everything. Yeah, that house
Yeah.
too.
Fair.
I was gonna say your ancestors are probably the same type of people that didn't want to switch to U.S. dollars. They wanted gold and silver coins that were worth their weight in gold and silver,
Yeah.
and you eventually had to go to paper money.
Yeah, unfortunately, gold. I mean, like, one customer paid for like a couple of months in gold, but like, let's be completely honest, that is not. Unfortunately, in modern society, it's impossible to not do that.
Yeah. Someone came in and tried to pay with yen, like physical coins of yen, and you're like, no. This is worth nothing to me.
This is worth literally nothing to me. Oh, and one thing I feel I should mention about
Yoon said,
John.
God dang Central Bank. I only take beaver skins.
Fair.
Where's the closest beaver?
It's like, where's the beaver? I gotta get a drink.
Oh no. Gotta get my some pelts in order to pay for this beer. Okay.
But yeah, one thing I would like to mention about, like, any customer that walks in will be able to tell one very simple thing about John off the bat, he has no cybernetics at all.
Mm-hmm.
He is a completely flesh and blood normal person in a world full of people that at least have something. Like maybe they have an extra eye, maybe they got their leg amputated and they have a cybernetic leg, or maybe they're just a cyber junkie. But John has nothing. He doesn't even have a chip in his hand. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get those on birth.
I think your parents probably took it out because they're like, they could track you with this.
I took that shit out myself.
Okay. Yeah, that was your coming of age ceremony.
Gotta
Remove your chip.
Yep, just very casually, like, gained sentience. Was like, my hand feels weird.
The funny and unfortunate thing is that it's not even it's not even like usable enough because it's like, wait, this guy doesn't have a chip. I can't read who it is. Oh, you know, it's that old guy. Everyone knows him. It's like, oh, okay. Like everyone knows you in a weird way.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm in the only section of city that cannot be domed because I just refuse to sell.
Yeah. You're holding down a keystone of the neighborhood where if your thing goes, then everyone is kind of off the streets and everything gets bulldozed and paved over into some new business building.
Yep.
And probably keeping a close eye on this situation is is this top-notch investigator. Freddie, if you would like to introduce your character and how best you're keeping track of the situation at hand, as this is a top story that you're probably keeping track on.
Yes, hello, I'm Freddie. I am a netrunner. Yay! I'm currently outside. Let's see. Ah, fuck, that was a rock!
Damn, bro, investigate your surroundings. Come on.
Oh, yeah, it's like the beginning of Up. You're absolutely right.
Oh my god, that's very true. It's just I refuse to sell. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry for any
Blues.
background noises.
Oh, good.
Alright, so I belong to no company. I do never running for myself, basically. Whatever interests me, whoever pays me good, sure, I'll work for you. But it's only a temporary truce.
Yeah, in a way, he's kind of like a private investigator. Is that what you said?
Basically, yes. Just to sum it up.
Yeah, he's probably watching. And I guess this would be our first sort of interaction. Freddie, do you think that Candle knows about you or sort of watching? Do you two know each other? Because I assume, Candle, you see Freddie from time to time watching things from a distance, maybe coming and interacting, because whenever there's a gang that like comes in and tries to like muscle you out because you know they've been hired by a business or something, he's probably keeping tabs on that.
Yeah.
I figure we're both at least aware of each other in passing. Like, Freddy's shown up a couple of times. I've at least served him one drink.
I'm just a quiet person that just sits there in the corner.
Okay, so you're on good terms though.
Yes.
I know exactly what he's doing here and why he's here, but he isn't, like, outright trying to help any interested parties, at least not right now, so I don't really care.
Okay.
So yeah, good terms.
Neutral, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you feel about his cybernetics and the fact that he's live streaming constantly?
It's his choice, I guess. I mean, I'm just not exactly, like, a big fan of it, obviously.
I mean, it's your choice
Well,
if you want to make him not live stream while he's in the establishment.
Well, no, it just everybody makes
Turn
their
that
living a
nonsense
certain way.
off.
Everybody makes their living a certain way. As
Okay.
much as I'd love to tell him to shut the hell up, he gotta pay for his drink with Eddie's somehow.
Okay. And that brings us to our next character, Kaizo, who, in a similar fashion to Freddy, is a bit of a social media expert. Not specifically with surfing the web, but with interesting. Maybe I should stop introducing your character. Talk. You go.
So, I have a feeling Candle only knows what he asks Kaizo, seeing as he has an aversion to cyberware. But Kaizo is probably hanging out in the back of the bar somewhere. He bought literally just a cup of ice because he's probably holding it up to some black eye somewhere to like reduce swelling. And he's also not paying attention to anything in front of him because he's probably working on his laptop doing something.
I apologize. May I interrupt you?
Yes.
No, so you asked for the cup of ice for your black eye, and he 100% handed you a bag of peas.
Yeah,
That works too.
he still manages to have plastic packages of peas from
Yeah.
like
And
Costco
Kaizo has
2
no
million
idea what
years
this
ago.
stuff is. He
Like,
just knows
just
it works.
put it up against your eye. You'll feel better. Trust me. It'll reduce the swelling.
But yeah, he is one thing of note on him, other than like he's got a lot of head kind of cyberware stuff going on. You can tell that his eyes are like fully robotic. There's not a single thing natural about them, and there's a lot of ports and stuff inside of his head. But he's also got longish hair that is almost always changing color, except for when he's in the bar. Like a lot of outside of the bar, he's very flashy, but inside, because to him, while this may be one of the worst places to hide out because of all the attention it has, it's also one of the best places to hide out because nobody would expect someone like Kaizo to be here because of how flashy he tends to be outside, like during his streams and such. Unless someone knows about him outside of his persona he plays, they would never expect to see him at a very nice, normal place like this.
Normal.
So,
Yeah, unfortunately, this place ain't even close to normal. There's like a legend
know
that
the
a nuke was dropped on this place, and like it didn't even like there's a cracked window from when somebody says a nuke was dropped on the restaurant, and it just only shattered that window.
And they don't even have normal glass anymore, so you can't get it replaced.
Yeah, precisely.
I know the kind of normal I mean is just like there's not a lot of the craziness of the cyberpunk world, like how all of them are irritatingly bright flashing lights everywhere you look and all that kind of it's an actual cool bar.
There's one street lamp outside that still has a halogen bulb in it. Like they were allowed to install that, but nothing
so this
else.
Is that bar in the start
No.
of Fallout NV?
I disagree. It's not a halogen bulb. There is legitimately just there's like a legitimate somebody has to go out there and
Is
set
it a
that
lantern?
light. It is a legitimate lantern.
That's fantastic.
I fix it.
It has not like somebody tried to move that once. Like a punk walked outside and tried to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna take this down because this company told me to do so," and he beat the shit out of them.
Just some drunk kid wandering by like, oh, look, I'm Paul Revere, and just got instantly floored.
Like they would know who Paul Revere is. But yeah, honestly, he is very toned down. All of his like fashion cyberware is kind of like turned off when he's here.
Fair.
Because in his mind, the people that he thinks of would be his enemies that might be hunting him down would not think to look for him here. And if they happen to show up here, he looks very different because of all his stuff is turned off. So he's just sitting in the back corner, working away on his laptop while holding the bag of peas, probably to his eye, or wherever the bruise is at the time that he came in that day or night.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's open whenever. Don't worry about it.
And probably sensing this injury that you have, a certain small robot. Would you like to make your introduction?
Sure. Unit Bell-F. So you see this like small bipedal robot, like 2.5, 3 feet tall. That's just like a tail, a long face. There's a screen that shows like different like expressions depending of how the topics, and show a screen that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how best to describe it. You're kind of like a rabbit fox kind of robot.
Yeah, and has a few like areas with fur. It has like no like company brand anywhere. You can see it, and just like it's patching up ISO, and for some reason, Kendall, it shows up at your bar like once a week, makes a deep cleaning everything and leaves without charging anything.
Just like a little Roomba kind of.
I have motor oil just like with me now for like a little tip for the guy whenever he shows up.
Yeah, when like Bell F showed up, like someone stopped him at the door, like, we don't serve your kind here. But like you find ways to sneak in and clean things.
Now, Candle actually has no issues with regular robots. They didn't choose to be like that. They don't get they get a pass for being technological.
Oh, okay.
I imagine the first time someone like, we don't serve your kind here. I just like walk straight underneath between their legs and start cleaning stuff, ignoring them completely.
We don't serve your kind here. And then, like, Candle glaring at that person. Sorry, little fella, we don't got no motor oil. Can give you some pure ethanol, but that shit's illegal.
No. It's so expensive. It's so hard to find.
Oh, he makes his own.
Oh, okay. That's where the real money comes from.
Accurate.
Wait, so your family makes toilet bowl moonshine? Like in the bathtub?
No.
Moon said,
we don't
it's
do...
Tutu here.
It's, we don't do toilet bowl moonshine. What do you think we are, degenerates? We do bathtub moonshine.
Oh, okay. Like civilized.
Yeah, we do bathtub moonshine like civilized people.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Toilet bowl moonshine is
toilet moonshine.
Toilet bowl moonshine is for prisoners and hippies.
Okay. Yeah, so Bell F looks like this like absolutely top of the line.
The bathtub is for the Semtex.
For the Semtex. You kind of wonder like every single day if like some sort of corporation is going to just full on raid your business, like hunting. Like they look like an escaped prototype or something. Like they do not look like someone made it in their garage. They look like unlike anything you've ever seen. They also don't match any sort of designs or colors, or there's no markings that match any sort of business. There's no explanation as to where Bell F came from. Yeah.
It's all right. Everybody came from somewhere. Nobody needs no questions need to be asked.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about your character?
I would like to say that I have some unusual skill, but I think everyone figuring out like what it is and how to use is funnier than I talking. So
Okay.
I'm just
I
going to
like
leave that
that.
in the air.
We'll explore that when it comes to
We
it.
get there when you get there.
Yeah. But yes, Yoon, if you would like to introduce your character and
Yoon said, Yoon is 4 feet 11, a short woman. I tend to earn my way by fixing cars and his stuff in the bar. It makes the drinks cheaper. She has her artificial right hand she made herself and is tinkery. NG with
tinkering. Tinkering.
It's
It didn't know how to
tinkering.
spell tinkering?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Tinkery NG.
All right. Yeah. Yoon is playing the Nomad class, and they are a car mechanic that just learned
she
to
is
live on the
also
street.
off her meds.
Oh no. What kind of meds are those?
The kind that stop you from making toilet bowl moonshine, I think.
The 24 in 1.
I have no idea.
Okay. Cool.
Damn. She don't even know what med she's taking.
She just found grandma's stash at one point and just started using those. Now she's run out. She just eats whatever she finds because she feel like she needs to be on medication, so she just takes whatever.
What color are they?
Ooh, Flintstone gummy, a rare find.
Indeed.
Because I do believe Yoon described the character as one that doesn't abuse drugs, but does use a variety of different things, I believe. Which is strange, because I think Yoon is the youngest character here. So the fact that they're the one that's using all these different substances is really funny. It's very much like the old, crazy, like, homeless person off the street that's just like, what are those pills? Give them to me. But, like...
Yoon said, she had cyber hair, because she blew her hair up.
Oh, that's a good one. That's right. Yeah, she has fake, which is like LED cables that can like light up and change color or whatever. Yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to say about your character, Yoon? Introduce any other details or describe any mechanics about your character sheet or whatnot? Also, Yoon has a speaker in a robotic hand, and she doesn't talk to strangers, so she makes them talk to the hand.
She can outrun any ice cream van. She claims.
Whenever an ice cream truck comes along the street, she just sprints after it, overtakes it, just to prove a point. I like that.
It's like she doesn't even want the ice cream at this point. It's just about sending a message.
Sorry, hold on a second.
Something that I feel I should mention to you and to all of you is that as a bartender, obviously John is very aware
It's
of his
just a dab,
surroundings.
but point is she is a bit of a pathological braggart.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, one thing that I would like to mention to everyone, just real quick, is that John has, as a bartender, you'll notice him occasionally look around the area, and he just always seems to know what's happening. He'll fight starts. He'll fight starts. He'll he'll end fights before anyone knows that a fight is about to start. He'll he'll just kick people out that are about to start doing some crazy shit. And yeah, he is aware of literally everything in the tavern.
Which I think is really cool because a lot of these characters seem to have like a way of just knowing a lot of different stuff, but like having their own thing. Because like Freddy's in touch with like social media and like what's going on in that essence, and then Kaizo kind of has his own circle, and then you can like see stuff directly in front of you. Which I think is great. And then Belef is just, well, Belef, so. But then Yoon is also in touch with, like, the streets and stuff. Yeah. So we do have 2 other
Yoon
players.
sent an image file and said how I see his bar.
Oh, let's see. Prospector Saloon. Oh, no. Yeah, that's from Fallout New Vegas.
I mean, yeah, that was like a cousin.
That was a cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different business on the other side. That's towards the West Coast. In California, right? Yeah.
I mean, they bought into that whole manifest destiny shtick.
Yeah,
And
'cause they're
just
close to
as my family thought, it was indeed a phase.
Yes, years in the future. We are here now. So we do have 2 other players. So that we would have a total of 7 players. But they are not here at the moment. Which is a little concerning because I was pretty sure that at least one of them would have been here. Dr. Doofenshmirtz character.
Yoon sent an image file and said, "Woes, it's a real place."
Damn. Crazy. Wait, no, but that says Pioneer Saloon, not Prospector.
Oh well. So for the time being, just cause we still got some time, how about we all do a little scene, just cause I don't want to start anything necessarily important just yet. How about let's just do a simple scene where you're all in Candle's bar, the watering hole. Maybe Eunice coming in off the street with like a bunch of soot covering her, just sort of like having one of those days where just nothing's going right, things are breaking, people want stuff done, and you're just kind of tired or whatnot. And I think probably someone stops her at the door and be like, do you mind like cleaning off first before you come in here or something?
Hey, no work talk in the bar. Unless it's for me, because I own the place and this is my job.
But they're
Yoon
coming in
said,
here and they're
"Candle,
dirty.
see that car of yours? I tell you, get it converted to Chew too." Quote.
I'm not converting my damn muscle car for the last goddamn time. And yes, it is like it is a 60s
Is it a Mustang?
muscle car. It's a Mustang, yes. I don't know why I said 60s. It is outright a Mustang. In excellent condition too.
Is that because
It's
you
not a muscle car, it's bloody chicken wings.
Still I'm still not gonna trade the damn thing up. That's a memento from a great grandfather.
Do you get gasoline somewhere, even though it's expensive, or does it run?
That's a water-powered engine.
It's what?
Water-powered.
Okay, I need some explanation for that one, but.
Well, I mean, water-powered engines have been created plenty of times in the past, followed immediately by government assassinations. Am I fucking wrong?
Hydrogen-powered.
It's hydrogen-powered.
You know, you could say that you use moonshine, but you decided to go with water power.
Yeah, it's funnier.
Okay.
Like, it's the most high-tech thing about this entire place, the fact that it's powered by water.
Are you a Warhammer orc? Do you just believe stuff works and it works?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine, I'll say moonshine.
All right.
I make
Convert it to ethanol.
It's already on ethanol. Water in the cooler. And a little moonshine, but we don't talk about that.
Okay. So, what are you all doing in the in Kendall's bar, the watering hole? Here, let me see if I can. What kind of music would be playing on the phonograph? Like some.
I'm not entirely certain.
You want me to
Walks
just?
in to get the red paint.
I swear to God, I'm not gonna pay you if
So
you
it
touch my
goes
damn
faster.
car. Okay. No, it's already red, actually.
Belaf is just like
It
patching
can be
things up,
redder.
but
No, I am joking. It's a blue car because that's the luckier color.
I'm patching Hazel, and as soon as Yon steps into the bar, you can see like Belaf head snapping towards her and running because she's all covered in like oil and bruises, right?
True.
So I immediately start like washing the wounds and patching up.
Neat. No?
Wait, who? Oh, the bar.
Hero.
It is a hello or a hero.
A row.
Freddie, what are you doing right now? Freddie?
Looking on the web, trying to find something interesting. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hearing all this go down. That's all.
I always feel like I'm calling on the kid at the back of the class whenever I point at you. You're just like, oh, what? I wasn't asleep, nor was I not paying attention.
I wasn't eating a full bean and cheese burrito.
Correction. It was a chicken fajita taco. Get it right.
Fair enough.
Like just hearing all this go down, as I just like, as I like lean a little bit, just giving both of them a little stare before going back to my screens.
Fair
Yoon
enough.
said, so, I was thinking, you can get more customers with one change. Quote,
You know that regardless of what you suggest, I'm not gonna change jack shit here. But fine, I'll humor you, kid. What do you want? What's the concept of change that you want?
Dude, just stripper poles.
For the last time, no, I'm not putting damn stripper poles. You suggested every month, I'm not putting any.
But what am I supposed to play on?
The table.
Needles outside like a good. You play with the damn needles outside like I did when I was a kid.
You play pickup sticks. There we go. I just got some jazz.
Yep, I like
You
it.
like jazz?
Fits the vibe better, I think.
Yeah, better than the acoustic guitar.
Yoon said, I mean, look, you have those two assholes. Count to the oath ears. They may as well earn a profit.
I'm sorry, pound to the oath ears. I know exactly what you meant, it's just funny.
Well, I can dance, but I haven't done that kind of dancing.
Yeah, but look, I'm not going
Dude in
to act.
texting FAS sorry.
No, I'm not like complaining. I just think it's funny. Cause like I know exactly what you mean reading it. And you know, obviously I can kind of guess what the text to speech means as well. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just saying it just gave me a chuckle. But for the last time, Yoon, I ain't paying so that other people can make goddamn money. Still a damn business, and I barely make enough off of Eddie's. Still not gonna switch to the other damn currency, though.
I think Kaiser's just in the corner bebopping to this music while editing a video.
Yoon said, shrugs. I ain't taking those monkey pictures to fix that car of yours.
Yeah, I ain't. Again, my car don't need fixing. It's in excellent condition. And why the hell would I use pictures of a monkey? Babu, unless it's Harambe, because those trading cards are expensive. But still.
There's a guy.
It's in excellent condition, ITE 1967.
One of the I don't know. Who do you have like specific NPCs that you want for running this bar, or am I allowed to make some characters up?
Feel free to make them
Okay.
as you please.
There's a guy that's bussing tables, and he's like, I still have a picture of those dogs playing poker, and he holds up his phone, and it's a snapshot of the painted picture.
Ooh, you got the one with the Dalmatian?
Oh yeah, I
Ooh,
got that one
jeez.
too.
You could sell that. You could sell that phone for nearly as much as a Flappy Bird.
What's a Flappy Bird?
Yep. See, my grandpappy told me about this a while back. Before he passed away, unfortunately, in that plane crash.
Yoon said, what the hell is a bird?
I'm not entirely
It's
sure.
a lady.
But apparently, it was this app that a lot of people enjoyed on their cellular devices, and having a phone that had a Flappy Bird, whatever the hell that was, on it was worth thousands or hell even millions in some cases. wouldn't suggest selling it. They'll just get rid of the whatever trace is left. Same as they're trying to do to frickin' watering hole. You know, this place has been here since before the goddamn forefathers. You might be wondering, how even? Well, we came in to when this place was still called Vinland by the goddamn Vikings.
Gosh dang it.
Yoon said, "What's a Viking?"
It's those people who ride dragons, right?
No, they didn't ride dragons. They rode boats with dragon-shaped sterns on them, so that they'd scare the enemy. But the Vikings themselves used...
So a stern dragon. Quote.
Nah, kid. You know what, sure. Yeah, they're warriors who rode dragons. Let's just go with that. Doesn't want to go into the very complex... Candle doesn't want to go into the incredibly complex history of just this one tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds kinda gay.
If you weren't a kid, I'd punch you for that one. Now, stop lingering all the way back there. Come up front. I got milk for you. Kid like you shouldn't be having alcohol after all.
What's milk?
Ain't your mama ever feed you?
What's a mom?
Where the hell did you get milk?
I got a cow supplier, okay? Goddamn.
Wait, you're telling me that you guys had
Please.
parents? I popped out of test tube number 37.
Even got some good old-fashioned Nesquik.
Oh shit, he's got that good stuff.
He like sets a tall glass of milk down on the counter, opens up just a regular ass container of Nesquik, scoops out a little bit with a spoon.
No,
sets it in,
no,
serves
it's
it
hardened
with
into a block and you have to grate it off like it's a
I put it into like one of those Olive Garden cheese graters.
Yeah.
Like I fucking break off a piece, slide it in there, and like tell me when to stop.
I finished like patching up Yun. I turned out to John and almost like
Yoon
trying to
said,
climb on
"That
his
marble powdered milk."
and almost like climbing onto the counter. May I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
Mr. Kendall?
Pours it
Yeah,
into a glass
said-
of water.
I said sure.
Oh, right. So you see like this small compartment, like a bit of fur like retracts and a metal piece.
Oh, do you like
And it's all,
vacuum
like-
up some of the extra that was on the counter?
No. I just like pull out of like my torso. Oh my god. What is the name of that? A tray filled with cookies.
Okay, you just...
Yeah.
Wait, you do what? I'm sorry?
They open up their stomach like it's an oven and just pull out a tiny tray that's got a single cookie on it.
No, it has like a couple of cookies.
I
I'm
see.
not that small.
Fair enough. Yeah, real quick, just seeing Yoon pull out the dried, skimmed milk shit, he grabs it, slides it to the side, pulls out a gallon of milk, like an actual gallon container of milk.
I'm sorry, I thought you were gonna pull a cow up and slap it on the counter and milk it right there.
I was hoping
No,
for
you're
like
fine.
those like 20
Like,
liter
give me a
jugs.
second, I'll be right back. Just fucking walk into the back, return with a glass of milk fresh from the other.
Yeah, most milk is synthesized nowadays, or like milk from like almonds and stuff. Like most people don't even know about cows, but you know a guy that has a cow out on the outskirts of town.
They're not extinct yet.
Not extinct yet. Not even goddamn close. I mean, with cloning technology, nothing's
Yoon
really
said,
extinct.
I mean, the almost all animal life is dead.
I mean, sure, but we're technically animals, and humans have been more prosperous than ever, I think. Till all you turn yourselves into complete fucking machines.
Oh. Sorry for being a robot.
No,
I think he
look,
was talking about you, Bill.
no, don't worry about it. Look, bud. Candle, like, very gently places a hand on Bella's head and just says, "You were born a robot, so you get a free pass on, you know, having all these cybernetics and whatnot." He removes his hand, pulls out a gallon of milk, and just, like, pours a glass for you, and you're... Look, kid, this is real milk. Not this dried or synthesized shit. It's goddamn real. From the tit of a cow.
I'm enjoying myself.
Sorry, I'm still. I just love the image of like you all seen that one. You'll. I'm trying to remember what part of the movie it is, but there's a scene where Mr. Incredible just like slips and plants a handprint on his car. I just imagine Candle coming down, gently placing a hand on Belle, and as they remove it, there's just like this imprint of a hand.
Yeah, Candle had to be, like, as gentle as possible. Like, he didn't even, like, touch him. And it looks like he would have dented him if he had fucking touched him at all.
Well, Belle can self-repair, so it just like slowly reinflates.
You know, yeah, it's just funny. Just sets the hand down. It's all right. You're a robot, Belle. I'm not gonna treat you bad for just being a robot.
Yoon said, now in pick tiring Baymax.
I mean, that
Yeah,
was, I think, the inspiration for Belle's character.
Yes, somewhat close.
I had a question that I wanted to come back to. Kaizo, you said that you were editing a video. What kind of video is it? Like, what's it about?
He's probably making just like a highlight reel of his most recent outing.
Oh, okay.
Pretty bruised up, so it probably wasn't too long ago.
Oh, have you decided what
He likes
social
to stream
media?
them, but I think it would be funny if like some of the ones that we know today got combined into weird conglomerates.
Okay.
So like,
Well, you can also
my
make
book.
some up if you want.
No, wait. You're definitely
when
just
TV
using
came back.
Kick. No, you're using Kick.
Oh my goodness.
I guess it makes sense since he fights people.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
the
good.
joke.
I like that. Yeah, Kick doesn't exist anymore, but like someone is still running it from their basement.
Yeah, it's like
Dark
it's
web.
called Kick, Like, it's called Kick, but it's literally, like, specifically for content creators who are making fight content.
I still like my my when you guys were talking about like combining businesses, I wrote, "What's my Insta face snap talk Redditorist Tumblr, or Tubler?"
Tubular X.
Yeah, X. Or just
Face for
X
an
for
X.
short.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about Netflix and YouTube.
People are always wondering what happened to the
Yoon
bird.
said, to Red
Uh,
X.
People are always just like, so what was Twitter? Because they don't know what birds are.
I think birds still exist, but it's like the real thing where they're only robots. Like real birds don't exist.
Indeed.
I mean, they were
You
all
may have like
robots.
you may have a fossilized bird egg in the museum or something.
The last real
A
bird.
fossilized pigeon. And the world thinks it was the most brilliant creature that ever existed.
This creature was able to withstand 2,000 newtons of force. How we came upon that number, I don't know.
Instead of dogs and cats as pets, people keep cockroaches.
Yoon said, so this milk is supposed to have chunks and be cream.
It doesn't have either. It is fresh milk. Well, not fresh. It's been in the fridge for about a week. I have to actually finish.
Spoons out a chunk.
Sorry, that's the
Be
Nesquik.
right back.
Must not have shredded it properly. Damn Nesquik.
It just pulls out a bag of Kimmel.
Belle, do you want to sweep up some of the excess Nesquik mix that's on the counter?
I already did it,
Oh, okay.
but I'm
For some reason, it's like
deeply staring
9%
at that
cocaine.
screen.
Well, I was gonna say if you wanted to do the thing, you can
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
I was thinking the Nesquik and the milk.
Okay.
Probably.
I'm gonna say no to the milk, but the Nesquik you can do.
Okay.
And I don't remember what skill we said that was, but
I think we didn't set anything. I think we just needed like a bunch of time to do it.
oh, okay. Oh yeah, I think I said depending upon the complexity, we might do something. Anyways, back to
Sorry if y'all said something to me in the last couple of seconds. I had to answer a call.
Nope, that's all good. Freddie, I am once again asking for your participation.
Freddy doesn't
Something
even exist
here.
anymore, man.
He's eating the bag of
I have to be
peas.
constantly fucking around with my damn settings because they ain't picking up my damn voice.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, because I have to lower down my sensitivity.
Mm.
So sorry if you hear any background noise because my phone's being stupid.
Is being a failure.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna turn off all my screens and you know I'm gonna walk towards the front and maybe have a conversation with someone. I'm gonna
Candlelight, it's
socialize.
about time.
I'm gonna be
Taking a break
social.
from work today, finally, Freddy.
Yes.
Good for you.
Ruckus, ain't
Candle
it?
has no idea what Freddy does for work.
He might as well be homeless.
Well, he doesn't really know what anyone does for work. He doesn't ask.
Do you allow people just to come in and hang out as long as they don't cause anything, or do you only allow paying customers?
Well, people are allowed to come in so long as they don't take a paying customer spot.
Okay.
Ah, the Panera Bread.
What?
It's called Pantera Flat Cake.
Such a weirdly specific name.
Panera doesn't exist. It's called Pantera.
Damn, Pantera flat cake.
Yeah,
Had
it's
that
turned
once
into
as
a pancake house.
Had that shit once as a kid. Feel weaker every day for it.
How's business?
Well, could be worse, I suppose.
So, what was with all the ruckus?
What ruckus you talking about? There's a lot of ruckus around here, after all.
With that kid?
Oh, with the kid? You mean Yoon right here?
Yeah.
She just likes to make suggestions to try and make the place more profitable. But, gotta say, I ain't changing this place more than needs to be done to keep it afloat. At least not until one of my kids comes and actually beats me in a fight.
Interesting. Okay.
Nobody's come close yet.
Alrighty then.
How's the job been treating you?
Nothing but a pain in my ass.
Fair enough.
Do you require medicine?
Well, I'm sure things will get somewhat better eventually.
Who knows?
Yeah. That's for certain. Nobody knows.
Mister-
Nobody knows nothing.
Mr.
Feel
Freddy,
bad,
do you need
right?
treatment for your ass pain?
What was that, Bell?
If Mr. Freddy required treatment for his ass pain.
Going to strangle you.
I don't think that's going to work.
I don't need
He
to breathe.
doesn't. He doesn't have lungs. I don't think strangling would do much of anything.
No, Freddy, what you should have said is,
No.
I think you need a shut off because you're the pain in the ass. You can have that one for free.
Have that one for free. Damn.
Do I gotta pay this time?
PvP! PvP!
Actually, that would be a nice name for the site that you're on. You're not on Kick. You're on PvP.
And that stands for...
Player versus player.
Okay.
Person versus person.
Punk versus punk.
Yeah, punk versus punk. Actually, I
Yep.
feel like that works better.
Because we ain't really players. We're just punks.
In this game we call life.
It's just like Freddy says, like, yeah, I'm a punk. And it's like, what the? You don't look like a well-dressed prostitute now, Freddy.
Badly dressed one, maybe.
Yeah.
Is
But
something
even
wrong with
then,
my
I
fit or
feel,
something?
but even then, you'd be called a gigolo and not a prostitute. So I don't really think you can be considered a punk.
There is a gang called clowns or jesters.
Well,
Assure you I am no prostitute.
then stop calling yourself one. Saying you're a punk and whatnot.
Alright.
Fun fact for anyone who doesn't know, punk, the original meaning, was a well-dressed prostitute. It evolved with time, but like...
So when you
it's
tell
very-
someone to get punked, you're telling them to get well dressed.
Yoon said, back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ian.
Wow.
And, you know what? Candle looks
The bathroom
at the,
door bursts open and you marches out.
It's like, see, drinking that milk with the chunks and all is good for you. Makes you stronger. And I drank plenty of it when I was a kid.
What about those people who were lactose intolerant?
They had we.
What's
I'm
that?
lactose. Let me tell you something, Freddie.
Lactose?
And he, like, sets up-
Everyone
he
has
sets a
feet.
hand-
Made me lighter. I think I shed like a brick.
Yeah, well, good for it. Now you can run after those ice cream trucks even faster. Now, that
Oh
being
my
said,
goodness. Is that why Yoon chases after the truck? Because Yoon's lactose intolerant?
Johnny
Yeah.
Windrazer said, a link. A link. A link.
what?
I don't know what happened.
They type, but I don't see where they
Johnny
type.
sent something on.
It's in the session
It's
V
on the-
session
Oh, that chat.
yeah.
Yeah, but like as Freddy's saying, like, but what if you're lactose intolerant? Candle sets a hand on his shoulder. Well, actually, quick question, Freddy, do you have cybernetic arms or like shoulders or anything?
I do not.
Okay, good. Then you'll be able to recover.
I beg your pardon?
I beg your
So
pardon?
Candle very gently sets down a hand on his shoulder and just says calmly, yeah, lactose intolerance. I got that. Made me stronger by fighting my lactose intolerance. Now I'm not anymore, because I drank plenty of goddamn milk.
Even.
And he releases your shoulder. There's just, like, you feel as if you just had a fucking tungsten cube on your shoulder.
Yeah, you actually realized that your knees were bent, but you didn't realize it until the weight was lifted.
Like, you were standing up straight. You, like, went down an inch the second he very gently placed his hand on your shoulder.
When Sparrow first talk about like handles for the first time, I look at my character sheet and I think, damn, I'm so kickable. Look what
Don't
I'm on
worry,
his
but
good
I won't
side.
be kicking you. I won't kick you unless you literally ask to be kicked. So I don't feel like you can do enough damage to me.
That's the
Yeah.
fastball
Listen,
special.
officer, I drop kicked that child in self-defense.
Yes. The Reverend King Technoblade.
Yoon said, I thought you said you were going to let that lie. About the ice cream trucks. Candle.
Hey Freddy, take an egg point.
Egg point?
Oh, those of you who don't know, I have egg points, and what these are is a little something extra special that you can add to rolls, because I don't have hard and fast DCs. I give you levels of success or, information depending upon how well that you roll. So at any point in time, you can use an egg point to add onto a roll that you do. I grant egg points for any time people make appropriate references or understand the references that I'm making with some of the content that I make.
Fair enough.
So I will generally hand these out if you guys discover something about the lore or the story or get a reference that I do, but very rarely if you guys make a good reference or something, I'll give you one.
Be me doing a load of UK specific references. Lol.
Yeah.
Then I'm here with, I've pulled up the various Cyberpunk street slang in case any of it might come up.
I'm probably not going to use a whole lot of that just because I
either,
don't
'cause I'm
like
gonna
most
forget.
of it.
Yeah, some of it is very weird.
Yeah, I was
Johnny
going to
Windracer said, a link.
I was going to write
A
out
link.
I was going to write out like a little introduction. It was like, "All right, chooms, welcome to the city," and I'm like, I hate that. That's so cringe.
Alright, Shooms. Candle appears behind the narrator with a gentle hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Before the session begins, Barrett was like, "Doctor, turn off my cringing inhibitors."
Right, no.
Okay. Well, it seems like the other players aren't going to join. We can either end the session here. If you guys want to keep going with some more roleplay, we can do that. I can also change into some of the
So you are
the next
finally
part of the
awake,
story.
June.
The next part of the story, we can get into that. I can start, introducing some more stuff if you're interested in that. It just depends on what you guys want to do.
I'm still good. I'm down to continue.
Okay.
I am also down to continue.
I'm going to go top off my water then, and then when I get back, we'll get going.
Damn, didn't know your water was submissive.
Shut the fuck up.
Yoon
Never.
said, the sky is the colloy of a TV sun to a long dead Canal me and May Druges were on the Skegsy. Skaz was Suvking Mogwamp Juz. Of a Slukam. Quote.
I'm going to punch
Yes.
you. The
Can try.
temptation of me punching you is very strong.
I mean, a fair.
Alrighty. So,
Just the
Doing
temptation,
the
just
slang from a lot of different settings.
to. I'm gonna yeet you across the room. I swear to God. Alright, sorry,
Small
sorry,
child.
Sparrow.
Small child-sized adult suddenly gets thrown across them.
hey, Choom, you're finally awake.
To be fet, half of the TTS isn't me.
Yeah. If you guys type in the voice channel chat, it will be translated to TTS. So I'd request that any sort of, memes or jokes that you want to do, just do it in the general discussion channel, just to keep it separate. And I was going to tell Johnny that, but apparently Johnny's left now, so.
Yeah, fair.
Also, just so you all are aware, we do have soundboard sounds and whatnot, so in case anything relevant happens, you can, I will ask you all to not overuse them and whatnot, but I will also say, if there are any things that you would like me to put on the soundboard for the server, please let me know, and I'll be more than willing to put them in. Yes, so as you all are having this discussion amongst yourselves, your conversation is interrupted by the loud sound of an engine rumbling, and you all look outside to see a truly miraculous sight. A Harley Davidson in full beautiful prime pulls up outside. A biker, also with no genetic modifications, is sitting. You can tell that he is in his late 40s. His hair is starting to whiten as he takes off his big helmet. It's got like spikes on it and whatnot. This is Daryl, a tentative additional help to the bar, sort of a bouncer at times.
Oh no, he needs out clothes, our boots, and out motorcycle.
Just got that person.
Yeah. He's got a pair of goggles on that he pulls up and just sort of gives a wave. He's still sitting on his bike and actually seems to be waiting for something, just sort of glancing around. Usually he only pulls up when he feels like the watering hole needs a little extra protection. You know him, Candle. You guys kind of go back a ways. This is the only place that actually still sells traditional alcohol, so he likes to come here. So you haven't you've probably offered to hire him, but he's turned you down. He knows how much of a tight spot you're in already, but he likes to come over and help out. So he's always a welcome sight, but usually he only turns up if he's had a bad diet and needs a drink, or if he feels like the bar needs a little extra muscle on the premises.
Candle gives him a little nod and tilts his head very slightly as if asking, "What's wrong?"
Do you go outside?
No. I'm still behind the bar.
Okay. Yeah, he's still outside. He's pulled up, but he's still got the engine on. He's making an entrance and scanning the horizon to see if anyone's gonna step to him, basically. This is traditional biker.
Darlie, what have you done? That bike is crying for help.
I think he eventually does get off his bike, and he doesn't even lock it up or anything. He just people know better than to mess with a biker's bike.
Yeah, the muscle car that Candle has is also right out in front.
Mm-hmm.
It has a registered parking spot. There was one time that some punk kid tried to mess with it, and since that kid happened, no one has touched his car.
Mm-hmm. Also, because you guys are parked out front, you can see it from where you guys are at, which is the safest.
Yeah.
Rather than taking it to the side. But he walks in and says, "Hey, Candle, how's it going?"
Going all right, Daryl. How's work been treating you and everything?
Oh, trying to keep kids off the streets and typical and whatnot. You don't actually know what he does for work, but you do know that he cares very much for his neighborhood and usually does mostly patrols and whatnot. You assume he gets hired for jobs and whatnot, like a traditional member of Cyberpunk City. But I guess I haven't technically told you guys what the name of the city is. This is Metro City. just sort of a play off of Metro City, in case we've got any...
You mean Metrocity?
Thank you. Please take an egg point.
Appreciate it.
And I love you, random season.
Yes, but he sort of if he had a role, he would be a nomad, with like the close connection with family and whatnot. Also knowing a bit about traditional vehicles and whatnot. Actually, no, his role would be lawman, because he knows people and would be able to call people to help out and whatnot in a pinch. But yeah, he says, I had some extra time today, and I got a call in, but had to cancel. I don't know. Streets don't feel right today. Something's off. And he's kind of glanced around. Things been quiet for you?
Things are never quiet. Someone tried to take out the lamp just a week ago. But, doesn't really do much. That doesn't really faze me all that much.
Okay. He comes and sits down on the bar, and I don't know. He'd probably ask you to pour him some whiskey or something.
Yeah, alright. He takes a full, just like a regular bottle of whiskey down. Takes the cork out and just fucking pours it for him.
Okay, yeah. He's not trying to go too hard, too fast, but he does like to enjoy his alcohol.
Yeah, it's a glass that very specifically it has 3 ice cubes in it, and they're like perfectly cubed somehow. There are these perfectly cubed ice cubes, and the whiskey is filled to the point where they're about halfway up to the ice cubes.
Looks like someone
You know
knows
what I
about alcohol.
Yeah, and I'm from Texas. I know enough.
Bot keeps being stupid.
Never mind. I'm gonna ask later.
Oh, well, no, go ahead.
What part of Texas are you from?
San Antonio.
Oh, you live 3 hours away from me.
Oh, nice. You're in Dallas.
Lower Corpus.
Oh, nice. I've gone there a couple of times for the beach. Haven't been there in a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, same. Hey, maybe we'll bump into each other someday.
Yeah, potentially.
Alright, sorry, Sparrow, continue.
No, that's perfectly fine. So he kind of starts talking up the scene, trying to get a feel for the situation, what's happened so far. He's got this this feeling in his bones that something's up, something's trouble's brewing or something. And usually this is something that happens and you kind of have to humor him a little bit, but it's always nice to sort of have him around just in case or whatever.
Yeah.
But after a little bit, another NPC arrives ominously. No, I'm just kidding. A young college kid. He's probably in his kind of like
Early
late
20s?
20s,
Okay.
early 30s. You could tell that he's like right in that cusp of like, where am I in life? Like, what am I doing, basically? And
Yeah.
he
Oh, hey, Lazy's here.
hey, Lazy.
Oh, is Lazy the...
No. That was just funny timing. He pulls up. He's got these robotic legs that you know this character. His name is Auden. He went into school to be an athlete and suffered an incident which cost him his legs, and he actually had to sell them in order to pay for the rest of his tuition. And so he is he's basically lost a part of himself due to that incident, and has then switched into trying to change his major, trying to pull himself out of debt and whatnot, while also trying to pursue a career of music making and whatnot. So he's got this like slick backpack on. You can tell that he's got his laptop in there, and he comes in and he's like, "Hey, Candle, you mind if I come in?" And he like his feet like deactivate, and the like. It cost him an
ATM and 2 legs on student fees.
Yeah, exactly. He's got like Lucio skates that like deactivate and just turn into shoes, and he kind of comes in and is like, "You guys get any outlets installed yet? I'm kind of low on battery."
No, but you left your battery block here with a full charge last time, so...
Oh,
just,
shoot, I was looking for that.
He just pulls it out from the safe that he keeps under and just sets it on the counter. They're not going to install any outlets. But the place over across the street, they have a charging station now, so...
Oh, okay. I'll check them
You
out.
probably
later.
get some juice from a laptop.
Sorry for laughing. I don't know why, but whenever you say things like, "I pull it out of the safe," I just imagine you just shoving your hand through the wall of the safe. Not like unlocking it or anything.
He is
just
JoJo Cyberpunk.
Yeah, he just like
That's
anti-tech
van,
as fuck.
stop telling them to go to my van.
He just like, "Don't worry, I'll grab it for you." And there's just like a safe in the wall, and he just like shoves his whole ass fist through it.
I always imagine your character like Brutus from Popeye, just like, "Don't worry," poof, just like, yeah, showing off. Yeah.
Or just like rips the safe from the wall and shake it to get what he wants.
Did Candle secretly find a way to charge his battery pack?
He did, just not at the establishment.
Okay. Yeah. So
Like, he has a charging station, sort of, but it's like it's like a copper wire that's connected to like the lightning rod on the roof.
oh goodness gracious. Okay.
I was
You have
hoping
to-
he would
you have to
connect
take
to a car battery.
You have to take a side panel off of part of the wall and then like crawl through a crawl space to get to it.
Jury rigging a power siphon. Like you do technically have electricity in your establishment, but you keep it so hidden. It's like that's just a normal thing. You can accept it. You're like, "No, it is my darkest secret that I have electricity."
I was hoping he would charge it on his car, connecting to the battery.
Nah, that's for the Vespa. He has a Vespa.
Okay. Yeah, Auden comes in. He's a struggling college student. He goes and sits down in a corner booth. Auden is a member of the Skaters, which is a street gang of these ruffians that usually just like to tear through streets and, do parkours and racing and whatnot. So it's sort of this more of a community thing than it is like a dangerous gang, but you're probably still a little worried about him joining it because of his situation. He shouldn't be spending his time with that. So you do appreciate when he's here because you can sort of keep an eye on him a little bit. And this is like his home away from home where he can actually like relax and, take care of stuff and whatnot.
Like, I think Kaiser gets up from where he is and just like slides in over near where Auden is.
Okay, yeah. You probably know of Auden's music. He's probably released a couple songs here and there. Just like what's the like SoundCloud
His music
rappers.
actually sometimes some of his songs are actually good enough that like Candle has actually burned them onto a vinyl CD and has them play in the establishment.
I'm sorry, excuse me, vinyl?
Fuck you, yes.
Kaiser's probably asked him every now and then if he can use a track for like when he DJs or for like background music.
Oh, sure, yeah. If you absolutely want to say that you have history with this character. Yeah, maybe you like go and sit in the, he like goes and sits in the booth with you because he sees you and whatnot. And he's like, hey man, check this new thing out that I was working on. Sorry, I'm trying to breeze through Auden's intro because I want to let Lazy introduce their character.
It's alright. I'm gonna be right back real quick, by the way.
Okay.
Apparently food was made, so I'm gonna go grab that.
Ooh, grab food.
I will be back.
Sure. Lazy, would you like to introduce your character and what you're up to, what your whole shindig is? You are muted, by the way.
Yoon said,
There.
I say we keep interrupting Lazy.
Man, I barely got like 2 words in. I can just give me a moment real quick. I gotta look for a charger.
Oh, okay.
He is Auden.
Okay, yeah. So Auden
Get
comes
to
and sits
session
down with
12
you,
and he
Kaizo,
doesn't get a word in.
he pulls out his laptop, and it's probably like one of the first MacBooks. No, it's a Google Google laptop, whatever those are, like the ones that nobody wanted.
Honestly, Kaiser's is probably pretty old too, because he spent most of his money on cyberware and living.
Yeah, even though it doesn't technically connect to the internet anymore, he still likes to use it and then like physically jack in somewhere, because it's just like traditional. That's he probably still has Fruity Loops,
In
and that's
CPP,
how he.
the computers are kinds shit.
Actually, no, he doesn't even have Fruity Loops. He uses Audacity to make his music.
Look, it's a lot easier to edit with a keyboard and mouse than it is with Kaiser with his eyeball trying to mess with the HUD with his hands.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You're like doing winks and like flicks with your eye in order to like interact with it.
Yeah, it's just for like quick
Mhm.
moment to moment editing, so that's why he's
Mhm.
got the laptop to do actual editing.
Yeah, but you have to like you probably have to pull out a physical cable out of your like temple or something to plug into his
PFST,
computer.
I mean real music is with real instruments.
But yeah, he offers to let you listen to his new album, or not new album, but the song that he's working on.
Yeah, he'll definitely plug into here.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he's probably like one of these up and coming artists that you could definitely help support with the sort of situation that you've got if you want to choose to do that. But I think the reason why you haven't broadcasted him yet is that he still is in transition, where he's still trying to figure out if he wants to do this for real. So you try not to put too much stress on him, but I think every so often you're like trying to encourage him and whatnot. But yeah, he asks you, what do you think?
I mean, is it actually good?
Do you want me to play you something? I could do that. Let's see. Let's get something. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's see what you think of this one. Come on. He's just kind of like bobbing his head up and down. It's just sort of like waiting expectantly for what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Kaiser's bobbing along. He's waiting to see if where it's probably going to lead to, like what kind of He's trying to piece together what kind of tone Auden's going for.
Yeah, most of what his stuff is just sort of like generic. Like he finds a nice tone, a nice beat, and it's kind of not much more than that. It really doesn't like go anywhere. It doesn't swell. He doesn't know the art of music. He just kind of likes to make stuff that he likes to listen to himself and just sort of play in the background to whatever he's working on.
So far, so good,
Hey,
Auden.
Spirit.
Yes. Two people started talking. Sounded
I
like
think the other
Freddy
I'll
and
one-
let the
Kaiser.
other guy go first.
Alright, Kaiser, go first.
So far, so good, Auden. I think I got a few ideas of a potential backtrack to use this as. I will say, it's very level at points.
Yeah, I know. Most of my stuff is just kind of generic and doesn't really go anywhere. I don't know. Like, even the stuff that I've released really hasn't gotten a whole lot of attention yet. I mean, there was one that got stolen and someone changed it a little bit.
You got any deets?
No, just this guy that goes by the name of frickin' Xana or something online. I mean, I can't prove that he ripped off my song, but I mean, it's basically the same thing, but just kind of tweaked a little bit, made it a little bit more robotic-y, and apparently people like that more or something. But I couldn't find his account anywhere else. He didn't really have any connections. I mean, I'm not a net runner, so I couldn't do a whole lot of research, but I don't know.
I can possibly help you out.
Oh?
Sure, why not? I'll help you out for free.
Okay. And with that, the music ends.
What do you wanna know about the guy?
I mean, I'd like to know how he stole my music first and foremost, which, I mean, I guess isn't that hard to do, but, I mean, I couldn't find any trace of him anywhere else on the net, so just kind of get a lowdown on this guy.
Alright, I would like to like maybe pull up a screen with like all this guy's information.
Hey, I'm back. What did I miss?
You have, as a netrunner, you have a skill, and of course, the first technical game mechanics thing we're going to be doing is the most technical aspect of Cyberpunk, which is netrunning. I'm going to look this up a little bit. In the meantime, Lazy, would you like to introduce your character? I'm going to look up how netrunning works.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you.
So my character's a streamer, obviously, and but the name I chose for them is Charles White, which I'm sure you get the reference if you've seen some of their YouTube videos or live streams. Their streamer name is Mayday, and their whole thing is, well, hold on, give me a moment to think of how to say this.
Okay.
So they're an IRL streamer who travels around Night City, just streaming, going to places they really shouldn't be, and live streaming most of their thing. most things that they do. Uh, but one of the factors about them is they're just really charismatic. That when they're getting arrested or when they're just getting noticed or anything, everybody just knows their name and they're like, "Hey, you're fucking Mayday. I love you." Hold on.
Yeah, so Mayday is a celebrity that everybody knows. I think even Candle would know who this guy is. Someone that does not use the internet or anything.
Like, he's heard chatter about him in the bar.
Yeah.
Yoon
Probably
says,
because...
Is he Cyberpunk Mr. Beast?
Maybe more like
critical.
Cyberpunk PewDiePie.
I typed in Charles White, and the name that popped up was Moist Critical.
Oh, yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes, in fact, his prized possession is a Moby Huge.
That's his main weapon.
He wields it like a great hammer.
It is a
He uses his finger and bite.
Okay, so how do you enter this bar that's just so you know, this bar is made out of wood, brick, and just like completely normal building in this cyberpunk futuristic new Neo Tokyo setting. Have you ever been to this bar, and does anyone else know you? I mean, I guess people know you, but have you been to this bar before?
Most likely not. He does travel like a good bit of Night City, but the thing is, he usually only checks out like, interesting spots or the spots that say, "Hey, don't come in here, or you're gonna get shot or arrested." Is there like anything to make the bar seem interesting, or is it
Oh my
just, like,
goodness, he's hacking in.
Oh god, I thought my Wi-Fi was going out.
So the main thing that's making this entire the watering hole itself is interesting because there are at least a dozen corporations that are trying to seize the property, and this place has been here since before Night City was in place.
We're not in
you have
Night
the
City.
danger factor.
Yoon said, It's a hive of scum and villainy.
Yes.
It's also apparently a hive of streamers.
Yeah, we've got 3 streamers.
I would like to point out the clear danger factor of this bar is the bartender himself who folds people for fun.
Yeah, like there's a
Alright,
random chance that one of his kids just shows up and he has a fist fight with them.
This is like a dojo.
Okay, yeah, I think that's good enough for him to want to visit.
We have 2 rednecks and 4 hipsters.
Yeah, as this celebrity just waltzes in here like it's a saloon, I think Daryl, this big biker guy, stands up and he's like, "Hey, typically we like to keep a relatively low atmosphere here, so before you think about just waltzing in here and flaunting your whatever nonsense you've got, I'm kind of the bouncer to this place, and the reason why they call me that is because I throw people so hard that they bounce."
Candle nods his head and just like, I can confirm it. He threw me once.
Tickled.
Yeah, accurate. It tickled.
And that's how they
Okay,
became
fair.
brothers.
He threw him so
House
hard
brothers.
that like the pavement outside cracked. Like the
Yoon
pavement
said,
outside is
He
still
doesn't
mildly
Uche,
broken.
that's the dent in the ground.
Yeah, there's a crack in the cement, and that's where his bike is parked. It's standing up perfectly straight without a kickstand because it's just nestled in the broken concrete.
All right, so I turn around, look at the bike, and immediately turn my stream off. Right after
Unfortunately, you have alerted your stream to your location though, because this is a known location. So
I guess since I recognize him, I quickly checked to see if he was streaming. Because
yeah, his
I
stream
want
is
this place
stopped.
to be quiet too. Okay.
By the
Oh,
way,
boy.
Sparrow, have you figured out about net running?
Yes. So there's a couple things you can do. There's backdoor, which is like get through passwords. There is like ID where you can find data. There's Pathfinder where you can, figure out the map of like something. So there's basically a list of things that you can just choose to do. But there's, I mean, oh my goodness, net running is like this whole nasty, weird thing. So I think what I want you to do is, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what you, I think it's interface. Is that a? Do you have a skill called interface?
See,
Oh, by the way, Sparrow.
Yes.
I mean, I could roll for interface. That's all I could do.
Yeah. Roll for interface.
So, Candle, picks up a sign from the safe that he punched a hole in earlier, and just, walks to the front, out of the bar, for, this is the first time he's actually left the bar, and, very calmly sets a sign, accidentally denting one of the metal frames of the door. Don't worry about it. You can always buff that out.
Belle is just following behind you, fixing everything. Just like sealing the
Alright,
hole and like.
All right, Sparrow, I've gotten a 15. Wow.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
I was expecting something lower, honestly.
I think your interface is good because that's what you spec'd into as a netrunner.
Yeah.
So do you take this sign and like plant it in the concrete or like?
Actually, yeah, let's say that. I take it like it's a full stop sized sign that just says capacity met, come back later, and he just plunges it like a spear into the fucking ground.
You see a car that pulls up and they've got like a group of people in it and you just say, "You shall not pass," and just slam it in.
No, please, it's one of their it's one of the fans, and they're like, "Cool, we can finally meet our dude, and we can finally meet this dude. We love him. We're gonna finally get to talk to him, and we're gonna be best friends." Then they see the bartender, look them dead in the eyes, and slam a metal pole into fucking solid concrete.
Yeah, like a bunch of ants crawling out of the woodwork, you just slam your fist down, just straight on top of the metal bar, and it goes chunk, chunk in, and they just, nope. Actually, I'd like you to make is there an intimidation skill or something that you can do?
Let me see.
Okay. See what kind of social skills you have, because I think there is something for that.
No, there's nothing that is I guess interrogation.
Yeah, usually it falls into that. They don't have a direct intimidation.
Let me pull up all the different skills we got.
I mean, I could count, or maybe we could put it under persuasion because that's in cool.
I'm looking under social skills. I guess it's gotta be persuasion.
I'm
Yeah, part of
persuading you to be
persuasion
afraid.
says part of persuasion does say influence individuals. So
Okay, yeah, make a
You
persuasion
said,
check then.
I think interrogation OT persuasion.
Okay, so with that being the case,
And I'll give you advantage because you're punching concrete.
yeah, fair. My I'm going to transfer my 6 levels of conceal reveal object over to persuasion.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I only need to transport 4 of the levels since that would boot it up to a 6. So
Gotcha.
the total there becomes a 9.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what I was gonna say is like a bunch of people just like start coming out of the woodwork. Like people are starting silent, but as they see more people, they kind of start screaming like, "Are you here?" Like he's here, he's here. And you're just like silently staring at them. They all stop. A bunch of people like skid to a stop and fall down, and it just gets
Alright, let
really
me,
awkward. And then you just
I roll a
turn and walk
D20
back
for it,
inside.
right? I roll a d20 for it though, right?
No, it's a D10.
Oh, okay.
It's a
let
D10
me-
plus your skill.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't add my skill. That was just my raw skill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you add your skill number, you add your skill level plus your stat number plus the D10.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just.
You got a D10.
Yeah, I got a D10.
Okay.
I'm just I don't know where to throw it because I have like a plate in front of me. I got a 4. So.
4 plus 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I said stays true. There is kind of a crowd of people that have gathered around outside, but they've quieted down and just kind of started to murmur amongst themselves. Let's cut back inside to Freddy. With a 15, I think what you learn is that what happened is that someone did net run very succinctly. Like, you don't see a trail of how this person got in and out, which is nothing unusual. You can tell that people can, erase their tracks completely. But as you're exploring, like, the job that they did, you find that it's way too pristine. It's way too specific that seems a little bit beyond just a normal hacker being able to do this sort of stuff. It almost seems artificial. Almost like this was a test of a program to see if they could like go in and do this. And this is like beyond what a normal agent would be able to do, and yet this seems artificial. That's what I'll give you with a 15, which is maybe a little scary.
Artificial. Maybe someone planted something. Someone inserted some kind of program without him knowing.
Lazy, were you... Sorry, I should be calling you by the character. Mayday, how are you interacting with the people inside now that you've turned off your stream and begun to... Oh, why did you come here? Were you just trying to get away for a while, or...
Well, I heard about the.
Oh.
So
Freddy, I found your hacker. He's right here. He's a robot. Sorry. You mind saying that again? You cut out for a second there.
Basically, he's just there because of. Sorry. Basically, he's there. He does all the just
Here,
buying the place and everything.
Let me,
So
let
he's
me
not
just
trying
fix
to
them up
like
real
around.
quick.
Yeah, unfortunately unintelligible.
It's still very robotic.
Does anybody have like, hey, real quick? Does anybody have a wrench and some scrap metal? I feel like that'd probably do it.
Lazy, if you want to type in the voice channel text channel or in the mute TTS channel, you can use the text to speech bot if you'd prefer to use that.
Their hero said, "I'll turn mute."
I'll turn mute. Okay.
Wait, am I fine now?
Yeah, you're fine
Everything all
now.
good?
Yeah.
You're actually.
Oh, perfect.
I fixed them.
Yeah, my internet fucks up every once in a while. All right. So the only reason he's even there is because he heard of the place. Like a lot of people just trying to buy up the place and everything. So he's just trying to look around and sees like what's making it so special. So he's just gonna look around and look at the people, everything, trying to see if there's like any specific reason to why.
There are
He doesn't really.
zero outlets. Like, not even a single outlet is in here. I feel like that is a first and foremost. The entire establishment isn't lit up by, like, multiple lights. There is a chandelier suspended in the middle of the bar. With actual fucking candles that are lighting it. It's not even electricity, it is actual candles.
Oh,
When you were outside,
All right, then I
and
guess-
you were when you were outside and coming in, you might have noticed that instead of a street lamp in front of this place, there is a lantern.
Man, so it's just nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
No, this place looks like it came from hundreds of years ago.
This guy is the Liver King if he actually lived up to what he said.
I mean, you got the bouncer here, so that's not surprising. All right. Then he'll probably end up going to talk to the bartender then, and asking him.
Kendall walks back all the way to the bar after what he just did outside.
All right.
I think the best way I can describe Candle is like Wesker if he was a vampire and like old.
Yeah.
So old gray hair Wesker with vampire teeth.
Yeah. Like Snake kind of old.
All right. Immediately, I'm intimidated.
I could have just
Or
said
a rat.
Kratos. I don't know why I didn't say Kratos.
Yeah.
All right. I go up to him and ask him. So, how long has this place been here for? I'm just trying to get.
Depends. How much history do you know?
I mostly just know what's in our history books.
Alright. So the robot uprising. I'm joking.
Wait a minute. You've read books?
Alright, so World War III.
So
Oh, I like that.
before the United
Yeah,
States
that's what
came
they did.
into being fully, this bar was established to handle the needs of Vikings.
Interesting. And how come you don't add any lights or anything to this place?
Because they're unnecessary.
But what about outlets? There's nothing here.
Yoon said,
Charge.
he said since Vince, see man.
Daryl sits back down at the bar and goes to drink his little glass of whiskey, and he says, "If you're a satisfied customer, then you don't need to see more than a couple feet in front of you." And he downs it.
I'm. Or I immediately turn and go, I'll have what that guy's having.
All right, whiskey on the rocks it is.
This guy's about to die.
I love the idea that this is happening. And like in the corner of the counter, like standing on top of the counter, we have like Belle F sitting, hugging the can of
That's
like
my
Nesquik, and
bleach.
her face is full of Nesquik because she was just like staring at it.
And then we got the 3 tech nerds over in the corner trying to figure out who stole one guy's music.
Yeah, you guys are like, you guys are the group of nerds in the corner,
Damn it.
just listening to SoundCloud.
Three nerds walk to the bar.
Mayday, I'd like you to make a body check
Alright.
for drinking the whiskey,
Alright.
because this is pure stuff. This is the real deal. This ain't no synthesized alcohol.
Thin is him a nerd, just not that kind of nerd.
Mechanic nerd.
Alright. Would that be a D20?
No, it'd be a D10 plus your body level. Or I guess it's just your number. Yeah, everything with Cyberpunk Red uses a D10, not a D20. And you don't do any like half number modifiers or whatever for your level, your abilities, which it's basically just simplified Dungeons and Dragons.
Alright. Give me a moment.
Cuts out all the guesswork of the random math.
Alright. And you said body, right?
Yes. Just a D20 plus your body.
D10.
Or D10, thank you.
Just
And-
real quick, Kendall pulls out a bottle of fire whiskey.
Okay.
You know, like the shit that's supposed to hit you even fucking harder.
Mm-hmm.
Casually pours himself a glass, no ice, and just takes a sip. He's just chilling.
You pour it into the glass, and the glass starts to like heat up. Like even the glass can't handle it.
Like Candle fully just picks up the glass, no issue. Doesn't even like seem to notice the burning. Takes a sip. Like, yep.
So what'd you get?
Alright, I got a 15.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, you managed to take it down. It's not the smoothest thing you've ever had, but it's good stuff.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping for something really low, just so he just starts throwing up at the bar.
No, it's fine. But you managed to earn the respect of Daryl, who sort of gives you a nod.
I'm not sure if I want Daryl's respect.
Oh, okay.
You want Daryl's respect, trust me.
Yoon said, so WGER is my drink.
You were a child.
The only drink you're getting is milk or water.
Here's some apple juice.
On the rock.
What's an apple?
Please, straight from the teat of the
In
apple.
19 inches.
Why did it say?
It's because they're doing quotations when they don't need to.
I know, but
I'm 19.
I was imagining a 19-inch Yoon.
The only thing that went through my my mind is just like, I'm 19 inches deep in your mom.
Is Yoon actually 19?
I'll be surprised.
Because if Yoon isn't, I'm gonna need Yoon to make a what is it? I think it's just a persuasion check.
Yeah?
Actually, I'm gonna say either way, if it's true or false, they're gonna need to convince everyone else.
Still need persuasion.
Yep.
No, Candle just knows every single awareness stat is literally as high as it can be, so.
Alright. So I'd like to ask Dale something, actually.
Dale?
Daryl.
The bouncer.
Oh, Daryl. Okay. I'm like, who's
Daryl,
Dale?
sorry.
R1D10 plus 2.
Oh, sorry, we don't have a bot roller bot. You'll have to do it
The app
manually.
has a way to roll.
I mean, I could get a bot in here real quick if you need me to.
The rolling pot's rigged though. It always gives such low.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust you guys who just want to roll physical dice or use the app. I don't mind.
I guess while you're pulling that up, can I roll the roll composition to give Auden some potential ideas for his song?
Oh yeah, is
I'm gonna
composition for?
Yeah, composition is for writing songs, articles, or stories.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Roll composition.
That's kind of low.
Okay, 10.
Oh wow, that's not very low. I think if Yoon is actually 19, Candle does know. I think that's what that roll means. And then I guess if that's true, then Daryl also understands. But I don't know if everyone else believes Yoon.
Look, 19 or not, you still need to be 21 to drink alcohol. And to me, at the very least, you're still a goddamn kid.
Not in Korea.
We're not in Korea.
I was literally about to say this.
Why do you assume Korea's rules apply to us? Simply because they took over the United States once? No.
He starts getting really into him. Back in my day.
Fun fact, by the way, despite the raw, incredible power of Candle, he is 82.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Kaizo
the
is
Japanese
23.
Usasonic.
Also, have you played a Phoenix Wright game?
I've seen them, yes.
I watched a whole playthrough of the greatest, the one that's his ancestor.
Phoenix is a robot. I'm sorry.
Well, there's this
Wait, no, sorry, Miles is a robot.
there's this character in that game called Godot.
Oh, that guy. I know that guy. He's weird. Looking. I don't know anything about his character. That's no.
I don't know of that character.
Okay. He just kind of looks like an old guy, but he just has white hair.
Oh, him. Gotcha.
But he's got like the face mask. That's just what made me think of it. Also, this is his theme playing.
Oh, nice. Works out.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 to come up with ideas for Auden's song.
Unfortunately, your expertise with music are almost a little bit too good that you don't know how to accentuate his style without making him start fresh. So it's not that you don't know anything about music, it's that he's struggling with his music situation to the point where it's a little bit too bare bones, so you don't know how to help him figure out a way to figure out his style yet, because he doesn't have a style yet. He's literally just making blank tracks, if that makes sense.
The only thing I can say, Auden, at this point, do what I did. When I first started, I found a group to kind of work with. about all I can think to help you at this moment.
Yeah,
I just realized
know.
this is funny. You said he's like mid to early 30s, or mid 20s, early, or late 20s, early 30s, or something.
Yep.
He's older than Kaizo. Kaizo's trying to give him advice.
Well, yeah, he's got like bags underneath of his eyes. I don't know if I stated this, but he's Korean, so bags under his eyes make him look just a little bit weird.
Well, I probably forgot to mention this, but Kaizo is half American, half Japanese.
Okay.
He's about, I haven't decided if he's 22 or 23.
I think Daryl is like pure-blood American, maybe got a little bit Irish heritage.
Oh yeah, no. Candle is literally the exact same way. Like he has
You
that
said,
very, very.
I know arm
small-
wrestle you for it.
Like it has he has like a very, very small percentage of like Nordic blood in him.
Candle Yoon has
Candle sets his arm down on the thing, and I feel like it's worth mentioning that like the wooden bar like creaks under the weight of his arm. He isn't like pushing it down or anything. He just set it down. Fine.
Daryl like quickly grabs his glass as it was sliding away
Same.
from him.
It's
Like that's the
So
reason why you
good.
don't keep bottles on the bar, is because when you place your hands on the bar, the entire thing just warps.
everyone just looks at him like, "What the fuck are you?" And he just very simply replies every single time with just a, "You don't want to know."
People are like, "No way, he doesn't have mods. There's no way."
Every single netrunner who's ever come in and been like, "Fuck it, I bet you do have mods," and try to hack him, and he just like walks over, sets a hand on their shoulder, not gently, their arm comes off. It's just
Yeah, actually, that's what happens. Someone bursts through the door. He's like, "I'm not gonna let you push us around. I'm coming in here. I've got to meet Mayday." He tries to like hack everybody. He's like trying to like freeze you as you're just slowly walking over to him. And he's like, "What? No, it can't be."
he like
Yeah.
very simply, like it's not even a, he doesn't like normally
His firewall is
this
too
sort of-
strong.
He like
Yoon said,
walks
Sir
over.
Athletics.
Don't worry, you know, I'll be back for the arm wrestling in a moment. And then just like grabs the dude by the shoulder and picks him up via the shoulder before just walking towards the door.
I was
Mayday.
hoping that you both would just like ignore him, do the arm wrestling, and whoever wins catapults Belle afterwards him. Because she's sitting on the
Actually-
counter.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of funny. Like, it just completely fucking ignore him. Set the like
Yeah.
just all right, Yoon, come on, let's see what you're made of.
Mayday immediately.
Daryl
sees this
just
and
starts
goes,
flicking
"Oh my-"
things at him, and it would be grappling. What's the physical brawling?
Brawling, gotcha. And that is
It's Dex.
that you. Damn. Well, unfortunately for you, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of my stats over to max that out. So that's going to be 6 plus 8 at a base. So 14,
That's the best you can get.
14.
Oh
yeah.
my
No,
God.
I have an 8 in my dexterity.
Oh god, their arm is gonna be gone.
No, look
Fear-
at Yoon. Yoon is up at is base 12. That's only 2 below. Or base
fair.
12, yeah.
Okay, roll it.
Fair enough. I got a 9.
Oh, that's actually not that great.
Wait, how?
Wait, was it not a
No, you're-
D20 this
said
time? Or?
11.
You roll a
No.
d10
Holy
plus
shit.
your level.
No, I got a.
No,
oh, I'm
he has
sorry.
a
I
14.
rolled a 9.
Okay, so
So you add 14 to that, and then Yoon, what did
Wait,
you
how did-
roll?
Did you get a 1?
Oh my
No,
god, this
even a
kid delivered
one-
the shit out of me.
The lowest
No, I'm-
that Yoon can get is 13.
Yeah, so
I think
know
you
where the
rolled an
11
11 plus 12, which is a 23.
wait.
How
it's
did
a
you
D10, how
roll
did-
an 11?
Oh,
on a
that's
D10?
true. Yeah. Okay.
I think I remember one time I used the app and it automatically did 2d10 for me for some reason on one of my rolls when I was testing it out.
No im is calculating.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. So 9 plus 14. Is...
23.
Yep. Thank you. I'm sorry, my brain isn't math. Yeah. So that's 23.
I got a 9.
Okay, so 9 plus
9 plus
12.
11.
21. Yeah, and 21.
Or 9 plus 12.
Okay. I think what happens is that you grip hands, and then there's just like a slight heat that begins to build up in the room
I
as
tight it was the 5 I added.
neither of them are moving, and Daryl just kind of like scoots away slightly, and you all feel a pressure begin to build up in the room, and there's just like a slow heat haze that starts to build up over the top of both of them.
I would like to imagine that the guy that like came in is looking at this, like, what the hell is happening? And he feels like some of his cyberware start to short out. Like, what?
What? I'm overheating. What is this? And then suddenly a screw pops off of Yoon's hand and flies and knocks him
I lick the
square.
back of Huss' hand.
I won't react.
The screw pops out of Yoon's hand so fast, it just goes through his eyeball and out the back of his skull, and he just falls over dead.
Like, the entire time it's happening, just Candle like looks over at that, like not giving any of his like power away at all, and it's just legitimately like shit. Daryl, can you call the ambulance or the coroner?
I am the ambulance. And I jump from the counter.
Okay, do you want to try and patch this guy up?
Yeah.
Do you what sort of medical skills do you have?
I have paramedic, first aid.
Do your paramedic. So it's a D20 plus your paramedic level skill. Or I guess it says the base, so just roll a D10 plus your base.
Yeah. That's 23.
Okay, yeah. You you patch up the back of his skull and then fix up his eye. He's like, "Gosh dang it. That was brand new cyberware."
Oh, at least you're not dead.
You give him a pat on the back of the head and send him away. And he leaves just fine. But if you two want to keep going with your arm wrestling match, we can make it 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3.
Yoon said, "We keep going."
Okay. Both
Yep,
of
I
you
guess we keep going.
roll plus brawling again. So D20 or D10 plus your 12 for Yoon.
Yep.
And then 14 for Candle.
Alright, so 20 overall.
Okay.
8.
8. Oh, 20.
Well,
Oh,
It's a tie.
yes, so we're just dead even on that one. Like, the
20.
heat builds again. but this time no movement at all. Just
Mhm. The pressure begins to grow a little bit more, and the room feels even hotter. Both of you roll
Bag of
again.
pee. My bag of pee starts smelling really good.
I
Yeah,
got another.
the frozen bag of corn that got pulled out starts popping.
10.
Ooh, that's me. It's for you.
I got a 9. Haha.
Well, you still beat
Yeah,
Yoon
so
by
I
1.
need- Yeah.
Just. It's best two. It's like, well, I've won 2 in a row.
Okay. While this is going on, Freddy, Kaizo, and Mayday, what are you guys doing? Or I guess Mayday, have you gone to join the nerds?
No, but I do look at them and laugh a little bit.
I will win someday, old man.
You look
Yeah,
over
but
and
in
see
the
the group of
meantime-
SoundCloud rappers, and you're like, peasants.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just trying
sure.
to figure out how they were able to like take something without leaving any traces of themselves. So I'm thinking I was gonna ask Daryl if he's maybe made contact with anyone within like the next 24 48 hours.
Daryl, the biker bouncer.
Yes.
No. Daryl also doesn't do technology, so he probably wouldn't know.
He has
anything.
a Harley Davidson. I don't know why you expected anything out of him.
So I guess I'll explain to him that what you told me, it's artificial. There's like no traces of. There was no traces that the person that took his music left.
And you're telling this to Auden, right?
What was that?
You're telling this to Auden, the guy who made the music?
Yes.
It's like, that's weird though, because, I mean, the fact that he was able to erase that I made it, that it was in my slot, that's like unheard of. I don't know. I really don't want to think about this right now. This is just kind of stressing me out. I think I'm gonna.
Got it.
I think I'm just gonna work on some of my my homework that I should do. Thanks, anyways.
Well,
Candle, like sitting at the bar, takes out a two things.
Yoon
First
said,
of all,
"You not set a data print on it."
yeah, fair. He probably should have. But the first thing he sets out is like apple cider, non-alcoholic, and he sets it in front of you. And for now, this'll be your reward. You almost beat me, after all. And then he like goes out from behind the bar with a letter-looking thing, and hands it over to his employee who tends to hang out here.
Daryl?
And just says, wait, what's up?
Daryl?
No, not Daryl.
Oh, just another employee.
No, the college kid. I cannot remember his name exactly.
Oh, Auden?
Buddy?
Auden, yes. He
Oh.
walks over to Auden with his group of people and very calmly sets a. He sets the enclosed letter. It's sealed with wax, by the way.
Oh, freaking jeez. Okay.
Yeah, like he sets it down and says, "Here, in advance on your paycheck. Figure you might want it."
How'd you get an email in? Really?
What?
How'd you get an email out of what?
What do you mean email?
That's an email.
It's just mail.
It's mail.
What?
It's like a literal letter with a wax seal on it. That it's not email. He like hand delivered a real ass letter.
Also,
Kaiser's being stupid.
yeah, I get it. I meant
Gotcha.
to make Auden a regular at your bar, but if you
Oh.
wanted to hire him, that is your choice.
Oh, never mind then. I thought he was going to be the because you know when we talked before, you said like a random college kid that works there, and I was like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, that was before. That was a different character.
Yeah.
fair enough. Never mind. then.
Those are nameless NPCs. They don't exist. They're just in the background.
Yeah.
They're silhouettes walking around like in Ruby. They're characters that haven't been unlocked yet.
Gotcha. Also, now that like the arm wrestling is over,
Mhm.
he like puts his fingers underneath the wood and like pries it back into place. He's like 100% aware of the damage that he causes by existing.
John, I found your squirrel. It still has a piece of brain on it.
I like how we were going to make your character just like this really imposing figure, and have unintentionally turned him almost a little too comedic. But if that's how you want to play it, that's your character.
I
Man.
mean, look, okay, I like making jokes, and even then, he can be intimidating, like, in battle.
Yeah, intimidating and comedy are a fine line that can be crossed in certain situations.
Yep. No, it's like, in a normal situation where he doesn't need to actually threaten anyone, he's like, you know, not actually threatening. He's just kind of like, oh, sorry, accidentally just dented your car by sitting on it.
This is like Kratos retires and has like a show on Netflix of just running a bar. You better not start any
Yeah.
fights in here. Or what? What are you gonna do, old man?
Fucking cracks knuckles, pulls out like a super high-tech looking shotgun from behind the bar, starts walking towards them with his hands in the right positions to shoot someone, and then just fucking hits them with it like a baseball bat. That's what I'll do, and then walks back and just puts it under the bar.
I thought you would
Just
just like
saying,
fold their arms
this
like
is a club and stick.
I thought you would just like fold their arms like a balloon animal or something.
Some fucker with like actual cyberware and everything shows up, and I just like like he has a full cybernetic arm, and he's like, I'll beat the shit out of you with this, and just like Candle walks over and just starts fucking folding it into a balloon animal. That would actually just be funny. It's like, this is a giraffe, and then he walks away.
You
It's
idiot.
like a weird
There are
little-
consequences to firing a gun indoors. How do you know? How do you know?
It's like, well, I mean, hey, everybody's made that mistake at least once. It's like, Candle just like, everybody's just like, damn, so what's his one weakness? And Candle's just like, oh, tinnitus. It's like, how did you get that shotgun indoors? It was a 50 caliber. Don't worry about it. It was in the glory days while he was still training to beat the shit out of his dad.
He spat into the spittoon so hard it made a sound wave.
Shellfish spittoon.
He spits into a spittoon so hard that it legitimately cracks.
Okay.
You can shoot the spittoon from a mile away.
I do want to go back to Mayday, because so far you've only entered the bar. What? I guess you've gotten a drink too, but
Well, the main thing he's gonna do is just go up to the bartender and go, "All right, how much for you to be my bodyguard?"
Depends.
Depends on what? On how good your manners are. How big your pocketbook is.
All right.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Did nobody get that reference?
no.
Was that just me?
Unfortunately, I did not understand.
I don't get it either.
It's from Star Wars. That's
Look,
when
I saw that
Obi-Wan
when I was,
goes to the guy at the diner and talks to him about the Camino cloners.
Fucking stupid. Yeah, I'm sorry. That took me way too damn long.
I haven't seen it since I was 5. So
What do you know?
remembered it.
It's one of those Camino saber darts.
It's like, how much is it gonna cost you to be my bodyguard? And then Candle's legitimate reply is, depends what you're looking for.
I just need to keep fans like that out of my radius.
How often you got fans in your... He, like, lifts his hands up and, like, does the quotation marks radius.
Let's just say 5 out of 10 people know my name already.
Well, yeah, I'd assume as much. But what even is your radius, as it were?
I thought you were going to say, what even is your name? I don't know it.
Like, he knows,
you get my
like, he 100% knows of your character.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's heard of him, but he does not know that this is that person.
Alright, I get it. Oh, so he is like Mr. Beast him. I just know you're popular.
Like, I've heard buzz around the place of, like, what you've done and whatnot. And, like, what you've talked about and whatnot. And,
Some
legitimately
stupid fan
has
came
no
by and tried to
fucking
put up a
clue.
poster on his window. That's where the crack came from.
That's how
he,
it all
he,
started.
he used the fan's face to take the poster off the window.
It's like, here, make sure to bury your teeth. Slams his face against the window and, like, uses his teeth to fucking scrape it off.
Alright. My radius is around 5 feet. I don't want them to be close to touching me at all.
One thing that helped is if you didn't stream everywhere you went.
That's true. If you weren't streaming all the time, then you probably wouldn't have to deal with those people knowing where you are. You ever think of recording your content instead?
I thought about it, but bigger number, better person.
I disagree with
Okay.
that.
Okay, Kaiser stands up. Show me your numbers.
Have you ever thought about using a VPN or something?
Oh,
A
I've tried that.
VPN?
He's probably not sponsored.
I mean, even then, why would you use a VPN? People are just figuring out where he is based on, the fucking stats. Granted, all the buildings look pretty much the goddamn same, so it's,
I'm gonna go grab more water. I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm gonna put my plate away then and get some
Yoon
water.
said, okay, IYS3, I got to go.
Alright. Good luck, Yoon.
Bye.
Good night.
Watch out for the
Good
crowd
night.
of people waiting for mayhem to come out.
Damn, I was gonna go to them next
3
to.
in morning,
because they almost-
sorry.
Damn, I was gonna go to them next too because they almost beat you in an arm wrestling competition. If you said no.
Oh, I'm back. My chair almost collapsed on me. Oh, did everyone go away?
No, just you.
Okay. Belle, I would like you to roll me a d10, please. Wait, where did Yoon go?
Oh, they went to bed.
Oh, okay.
Yunda left like 3 a.m. for them. Oh,
Okay.
that was about okay. I got a 4.
Okay. Is Freddy here?
I'm alive.
I would like you to roll me a d10, please.
A D10 on what? Just a
Just
D10.
roll a d. I'm not going to tell you what this is for. Just
Okay. I got a 10. Okay.
wow. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for everyone to come back, but Freddy, as you get up from where Auden is, and he sort of sits down and switches to work mode and starts pulling out some papers and starts working on his college homework. You still have your interface open, and you notice that there are people nearby that are getting hacked. You glance outside, and you see that someone's attempting to interface with them over a long distance. What do you do? Just one of the fans outside, just completely unaware, is getting hacked.
I would like to leave I would like to leave a virus for them.
You want to leave a virus for the hacker?
Yes.
Okay. How does that work? Let's see.
It allows the netrunner to leave a custom virus at the very core of the architecture. I'm sorry. English.
Virus. Once you have reached the lowest level of the net architecture, you can leave your own virus. Okay, so you will have to do some net running in order to... You're going to have to hack back to the source in order to plant this bomb at the building. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess first and foremost, you're going to want to... You're going to need to hack them back. What would be a good skill for... Do you have a net running skill? Just general?
Let me look at net L.
I'm not exactly sure how... I think I'm asking for... yeah, interface. So go ahead and roll an interface. So it's a D10 plus your interface level.
Interface. I got an 11. Okay.
Okay. So it's a little bit difficult to try and do a wireless net running. So you're just doing this from inside of the bar, going out to the fan. I think what I'm gonna ask you to do is go ahead and do backdoor to try and first, yeah, break into the fans system in order to then try to yeah. So do backdoor skill first. So this is I guess this is Actually, yeah, it's basically the same. It's the same thing. It's interface again. So we'll say that with that, you managed to break into this fan's database, and now you're in there with the hacker. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the what is it called? Yeah, go ahead and roll another interface, but yes.
13.
Pathfinder, yeah. You're going to try and trace the hacker back to their source.
I don't know if you heard me.
Oh, what did you get?
13.
13. Okay. You begin starting to trace where this hacker is coming from, but unfortunately, it gets to be so far away. You're starting to lose where they are. Again, it's almost like the trail isn't even there. Not that it's like masking itself or erasing it, because it's happening in progress, but it's almost like it's not even really there. And as you start to interface with this fan more, you realize that this might have actually been a virus planted on this person to begin with.
I see.
And it's at this point that you realize that this person's cyberware is starting to get hijacked. I'm going to say that you have one last opportunity to do something before the hack is complete.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What's that one thing?
That's going to be interface again, but I want you to tell me what you're going to try and do. You can try to override the hack, like take control yourself. You can try and shut them out. Something. What do you want to do?
Wait, what's happening? Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna try to override the hack.
Okay, go ahead and roll interface.
Oh, he's
Someone's
rolling. He's trying to
hacking
hack someone.
cyberware.
He's trying to counter hack somebody.
Gotcha.
Ooh. I got 22.
Wow. Okay. So as this person is starting to lose control of all of their cyberware, they actually start to realize it, and then suddenly you start to cut it out, and that's when you realize that you're in this person's cyberware with someone. It's like they're physically in there, like someone is jacked in to this person's cyberware, but you don't see a trace for where they're coming from. It's like they're currently in there. And that's when you realize that you're hacking against an agent, another software, similar to something that you've maybe recently discovered. It's now going to try and hack you back, seeing you as a threat. So go ahead and roll interface again, and this is going to be a contest. This is what's called a face-off. Wait, that's
Okay,
not my detail.
I got a 13.
Okay. Maybe I should put some music on.
Oh no. Boss music starts playing.
No, why would boss music start playing?
You should play that synth. You should play that synth song from regular show.
Okay. Freddy, as you are trying to interact with this code that's moving and shifting around, it starts to seem less and less like some sort of net runner that's hacking into the system and more like the actual system that's fighting against you. But it's more than just reacting. It's intelligent. It's more than just this sort of simple AI, this code, this agent that's resisting your effects. It's like it's an entire person is living inside of this code. Someone has digitally downloaded a real mind, which is unheard of. And it's now that you've made this connection, it's now leaving the fan's body and has entered into yours. It's now going to try and hack your system. It's entered you now. So let's do another face-off.
Okay.
It's in your system.
Oh, please. Please, let me have some good luck. Yes! Please. Please tell me that this is gonna be good. I got a 20, so I'm scared.
Okay, you do manage to stall it off yet again, managing to cut it off from being able to reach penetrating any of your systems. It is, however, inside of you, but you are able to hold it off for the moment. What do you do? What do you say to anyone to try and get some help from the situation? Do you just scream like, I have a virus?
No. It appears I have been. No, the way I'm about to say this is gonna sound so weird. Okay. No. Let's see. I need to think. I gotta think smart about this. I gotta think about my words carefully. It has appeared that I am a shit. I need to.
All right, if you need a minute to think, I can do something else and come back to you.
It seems that something or someone has invaded my system. They are currently within me.
Candle's like, I know a way to fix that.
Mayday just slowly pulls out his Moby Huge.
He unsheaths it.
I got something to help.
And now B.
Mayday unzips his pants and pulls out this giant... No, can we not? Can we say that it's back at your house? I don't want to describe the actions of you using this thing.
Alright, can I at least pat myself down and go, oh man, I forgot my Moby Huge at home.
Okay. What do you...
Mayday subsides in confusion as Kaiser looks at Freddy. What?
Basic name under attack. Force against full program is not
I ain't a net runner, man. I can't really help you there much.
Can I zap myself?
Yeah, you wanna do it? Roll interface again.
I got a 6.
Total?
Yeah, just total.
Freddy falls to the ground limp.
Alright, that's the first stupid thing I did.
Well,
let's see. Freddy, please take 6 damage. No damage to your armor. Typically, how damage works is that when you physically take an attack, your armor gets reduced by 1 every single time, just because it slowly gets chipped away. But he's taking damage in a different sense, so I'm gonna say this does not affect his armor. How much health do you have, by the way, Freddy?
I have 39.
Okay.
Does it bring down his humanity?
You know what? That's a good point. I think instead of dealing damage, this is going to attack your humanity instead. So I'm gonna. You lose 2 humanity.
Okay, that. Oh.
What's your humanity at?
41.
Okay.
Anyone know a river dot near?
I mean, I would know him if he showed up to the session.
Yeah. Here's what happens. You watch as Freddy's body collapses to the ground, and that's when you realize that there's murmurs outside, and you look out the windows and see that a bunch of people are faced away, and they almost seem to be looking up. You can't see what they're looking at. You can't see what they're looking at unless you go outside. And I think maybe some of you move towards the windows or towards Freddy. Candle, before you can move.
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna move. What were you gonna say?
Before you move, you have an old phone on your wall. It is a wooden box with one of those like cones on it, and this is like the kind of thing that your great grandfather used. This is like the first, communication system that they had. This was, slightly after telegrams and whatnot. This is like when people first called in and be like, hey man, I'm gonna come visit. You mind cooking me up a sandwich so it's hot when I get there? That sort of situation. Phone lines haven't existed for generations. Not only electrical phone lines and whatever. This thing does not exist, but as all this happens, it starts ringing.
Handle, without a moment of hesitation, picks it up and puts it to his ear.
What do you expect to hear?
I don't know, a voice, I guess?
A voice does come across. It's a very somber and almost melancholy voice. You can tell that this person cares, even though there's almost no inflection to their voice. When they say, "It seems that a friend of yours is not doing well."
Which one?
The only one that's on the ground.
You mind helping me out?
Adding to the music.
I'm sorry, just outright. I'm sorry, which one?
I don't have many friends, but I got more than one.
Daryl's right here, and he is completely fine. Hello?
The only thing that you need to concern yourself with now is the fallout. You can choose the impact zone, but not the damage done. And then the phone clicks off.
Then fucking hang it back up very casually. I'm not sure what that was about, frankly.
I'm just imagine he starts stretching his skin, looking around, just seeing Freddy on the ground shaking, going, which friend is it?
But Candle, do you know a Ripper Doc or a medic I can take this dude to?
There's a couple of Ripper Docs around town, but I know a good I know a good medical practitioner. Just unfortunately, it's a couple towns over.
Well, if you want to take a look at him before I try to get him to a Ripper. And while that's happening, because we noticed the crowd outside looking like being weird, he's gonna have his drone power on and go out there, and he's gonna like bring it up on his little HUD view so he can see what's going on outside.
Okay. Do you want to is there like a perception, like a looking skill?
There is perception.
Yeah, alright. Go ahead and make me a perception skill check.
Can I also go out there?
Sure.
Just to check what's going on? Cool. And, alright, I'll go ahead and make my roll. So whatever the number is, it's plus 10. That's 14.
I got out of 13.
Okay. So as you both head outside, the first thing that you notice is that the entire crowd outside is very much upset. And you can tell that there's like almost a fight about to break out. And you can tell that a lot of people are... There doesn't seem to be like any sort of specific thing that they're arguing about, just a lot of people that are getting really rowdy. But you both see a glint of like golden light that's slowly falling from very high up, at almost that very center of the city, so very far away, with the tallest spires of the various corporations piercing up through the red smog of the corporate world. You see a golden beam of light that's just slowly fluttering to the ground. Bell.
Yep.
Go ahead and make me a perception check with advantage.
Perception. Okay, so 11. I roll like 2 net ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say...
Just give him DM inspiration, man.
I look at Freddy. He's sleeping.
I think you're kind of panicked because you see that there's a lot of people that are in distress. You notice a lot of heartbeats that are rising sporadically. And there's just too much for you to handle by yourself.
Yeah.
What are Kaizo and Mayday doing?
I guess he's actually, while Bell looks over them, and there's nothing too dangerous outside, Kaizo is actually going to fully go out there with his actual team now. Rather than just his drone, try to figure out. He's going to look for somebody that doesn't look too agitated and ask them what's going on.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. Unless you have another skill that you think is prevalent.
I mean, persuasion or conversation, they're both actually the exact same.
I think conversation is more about you trying to get information while, like, sneakily trying to get information while talking to somebody.
Gotcha.
Gosh dang it.
19.
Thing is being stupid. If you ever wanted to get rid of a song, you have to... Anyways. You ask them what's going on, they're like, I don't know, I'm just... You, like, go over to, like, the cyberpunk girl. She's got, like, a tube top and this huge jacket. And, she almost seems to be jittering, and she, like, reaches up towards, her cybernetic, hair implant that almost seems to be sparking. That thing, what, I can't even look at it. It's, and you notice that, like, the entire crowd is starting to get restless. It's at this point that I would like all of you, except for Candle, to roll me a d10, please. Belle, you have disadvantage.
4.
Three.
I got a 4.
Oh my goodness.
We're all getting low.
Not looking too well.
Candle, you watch as everyone slowly but surely starts to collapse to the ground. You look around. Oh wait, what did Belle get?
4.
Okay. Yeah, everyone starts to just sort of slowly fall over, almost like a dream. Everyone starts to pass out as this light starts to fall lower and lower to the ground. And you barely have a moment to think about what's happening when you hear a sound behind you. It's Daryl's voice. And he's like, Auden, what's wrong? Auden, are you... And then you hear the shattering of glass, and you turn and look as Daryl's body flies towards you. What do you do?
Well, as I'm... Can I turn on my stream as I'm, slowly passing out?
Yes, your stream is going. I assume you did that when you went outside. I thought you already did that.
Oh yeah. I was gonna do that, but I wasn't sure if you. But yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Everyone is still conscious, but your bodies is no longer your own, and you feel completely emaciated and just collapsed to the ground. Your eyes lolling back. So your stream is going, but you're probably like looking up at the sky or something. You see Daryl's body fly overhead in just like a single frame. Candle.
Wait, I'm sorry. I went and put some rubber bands back into my braces. What did I miss just now?
Everybody around you has passed out. Has like fallen to the ground. Everyone's cyberware has like switched off at once.
Gotcha. So Candle puts on his helmet just to be safe.
Okay.
If a fight's about to start, he's going to protect the one thing that he doesn't feel confident he can block with a bullet: his eyes.
You hear Daryl's voice of concern, and then outrage behind you, and as you turn to look, you hear the sound of shattering glass and see Daryl's body flying towards you. What do you do?
I'll body check catch him.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Alright. And that's just a raw body, right? Or is it athletics?
I think this would be grappling, so brawling. You're like catching or athletics. I would allow
Athletics,
either.
alright. Let's see.
This is a
Honestly,
weird
both are-
situation because I can't really tell you what skills are appropriate. I would like you all to tell me what skills that you actually have that might be applicable.
Height
By the
70.
way,
Okay. Yeah, you catch his body easily enough. And as you look
Just
up,
like flat awareness. Is he breathing?
he looks actually, you know what? Yeah, he's breathing. He looks completely ragged though. There's a sizable dent in his chest that looks like it's bleeding, and it looks like a fist-sized hole. And you've seen something like this before when you've punched someone across your parking lot, but now it's somebody else. And you look up, and you see Auden standing there, shaking, his entire body convulsing, and electricity sparking off of him. And though you know this kid doesn't go too hard on the cybernetics and maintains his physical health, it makes no sense. But as he looks at you with those dead, cold, white eyes, you realize he's turned into a cyber psycho. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.